James Donaldson, how's pre-season training going for you? Kind of guessing you'll be glad all that snow and ice and frost has gone now.
Yeah, absolutely. Not ideal coming into that after Christmas when we wanted to get ready for games, but it's been really tough pre-season. Kind of shocked me, to be fair, at how tough it was. Obviously, when you think you're coming down to a championship, things might be a little bit easy, but that's not the case. Being pushed to our limits this pre-season, and it's been really exciting and kind of got that fire back going in the belly.
What's it like working with Lee Greenwood and Brian Noble?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Nobby nearly signed me when I was 16-year-old at Wigan. I went to spend a week with him then. He's been coming to my house for the last 2 years trying to get me back here, but I knew my time had come at the right time, and towards the back end of last year I dropped Nobby a message and things soon followed off the back of that.
You mentioned that it was a very, very tough decision to make to leave Leeds. What attracted you to Bradford?
I think it'd been a tough time at Leeds. The last 2 years that I was there, it wasn't easy. A lot of challenges, a couple of injuries that I had as well that didn't make things easier. Not playing as much as I wanted to, but I just kind of made my mind up. I went in to tell Brad Arthur that I was leaving, and at the same time he offered me a new contract as well. So it was strange how that all come, but I knew I'd made the right decision. And this decision wasn't just about me, it was about my family as well.
And when we did the squad number launch and the away shirt launch at Odsal, you told a very packed South Bank stand that, you're not just dropping down because you're coming towards the end of your career. You still feel there's a lot of energy, a lot of life in James Donaldson that can offer a lot to the Bradford Bulls.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm coming back a different player to when I left the club. So many experiences. I've seen rock bottom and I've seen rooftops as well. So I'm definitely coming back at the right time. I think I've got a lot to give. I'm not coming here just to make numbers up. I'm coming here to make a massive impact.
What role do you see yourself playing both on and off the field this season, James?
I like to bring people together. I think that's one of my strongest people. I love being around the boys, love spending time with them, love trying to create a good culture, a good place to come, a place where people want to come and be happy and really enjoy themselves, and help them lads, play their best rugby as well as me playing mine as well. And I'm really excited to see what can come of this squad. It's really exciting to see what we've put together, and I think we only just had a taste of it last week, and there's so much more to come.
What you've achieved in the sport, you've played at the highest level, you bring a lot of experience and leadership. I know you talk about that rubbing off on some of the younger players, but that can rub off across the whole club.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier, I've seen all sorts, and I've learned a lot of tough lessons along the way myself that I can share with them people as well. But a leader is what I want to become in this team as well. When things get tough, I want to be leading from the front and show these lads around me that can come with me, and that we can get this club back to really where it belongs.
It was that first pre-season outing against the Huddersfield Giants on Saturday, your first sort of taste of action. How do you feel that went?
I thought it went great. Great start to what we kind of wanted to, be seen as, to ourselves and to our fans as well. And I think we really showed that, and kind of got that excitement among the fans and among ourselves. And it kind of, until you get in them game situations, you don't actually know how good you're going to look, how things are going to flow. And I think we got a really positive thing from that. But last week was last week now, and every week's going to be new. And I know there's challenges in this league of going to tough away grounds and being up for the games that you might think are going to be easy, and everyone wanting to come to Odsal and us being their grand final every week.
On that first half showing though, James, certainly a good chance for you and the rest of your teammates to test yourself against a very good Super League opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great players over at Huddersfield, but I think Bradford see themselves as on the verge of Super League again at some point. So we didn't just go there to, give them a little game. We want to get stuck into them and kind of fill ourselves with confidence as well, and just feel that what we've got in our armoury this year to come. And I think that was just the start. And it is really exciting, but at the same time, it's a long season. We need to keep our feet on the ground and I suppose stay humble every week.
Lee has just kind of referenced one area he wants a bit of focus this week going into this Doncaster game. Was he felt there was a bit of soft defending for a couple of the Huddersfield tries in the second half. Is that something the squad have focused on this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you could have seen that some of them tries could have been easily prevented, but I think it's a different animal this week. It's a championship team. I think that comes with championship with different sorts of players, different body types, things like that. It's a lot more physical in a different way, if you get what I mean. So we can't really rely on what we did last week. Like I said, fresh start, feet on the ground, and get fired into them straight away.
It is Doncaster in the Challenge Cup. This is where the real stuff starts, so to speak. How much of a challenge are you expecting from Doncaster? Bradford v Doncaster, out of the all second round fixtures, is the only championship versus championship tie.
Yeah, they've got loads of experience across the park. Recently in Matagi, Craig Hall. There's all sorts of players there that have been a threat in Super League for a long time, and at some stages might be just as experienced as we are. So we're definitely looking forward to a tough test.
And on a personal note for you, it is going to be effectively your competitive debut at Odsell.
Yeah.
A bit emotion. How are the emotions?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strange feeling running back out at Odsell. I kind of got that feeling when I played at Halifax. I wanted to come back to Bradford on my own terms, not because for a game to get minutes. And this time I'm coming back and I'm here for good and really excited for Sunday.
And it is the Challenge Cup. You won that with Leeds in 2020, albeit at a near deserted Wembley due to COVID. What personally for you, James, would you like Bradford to go on a cup run this year?
Absolutely. I think every team wants to go on a cup run, and I think that we definitely are. The underdogs here. If we go on to win this week, I think the pressure isn't on us, it's on all the other teams, but we know what we can do on the field, and that brings extra excitement to a cup run as well.
Lee's just said in his interview about he's had to have those difficult conversations. Last week, 25 played, only 17 can play this week. When you look at the quality, the depth, that competition for places here at Bradford, James, how does that compare to other clubs that you've been at?
I've been that side of it a million times, and it is tough for them lads, who work hard all day and then come and train on a night, and to not get what they need from the weekend is at game time. It's really tough, and you take it personal, you do, and it's not easy to deal with. But as long as Greeny and Nobby are being straight with them people, tell them exactly why they're not, what more they need from them, and I'm sure that they can improve in their own game and get themselves into this team. But also we train competitively as well. It gives that extra opportunity for them lads who need to prove themselves or not quite in the team to really step up and show the coaches what they can do.
When you look at the whole 2025 season and everything that you're going to face, what do you feel is the biggest challenge that's going to face Bradford this coming season?
Keeping fit, definitely. We want to be. There's a lot of different surfaces across Championship. Some hard, some hilly, some soft ground. That's want to be the main thing. But like I said earlier, it's staying humble, keeping our feet on the ground, and resetting ourselves every week. Because when you're winning, it's easy to think that you're the man. But there's definitely going to be some tough tests this year, and I'll be helping make sure we do that.
How do you feel your presence when you're out there on the field can help the team and the team's dynamic on the field?
I don't really think about that, to be fair. I don't think about myself. I just think about the team and what we can do for the team. And I think my game's effort areas and doing the 1% things that make a massive difference, and that's what I'll try and do and encourage other people to do as well, and express themselves as much as possible, be as confident as I can, and really take it to these teams this year.
You've mentioned your career as a quantity surveyor. That was partly the reason that you've dropped down into part-time rugby league.
Yeah.
Give for those that are listening and watching this, James, give us a bit of an idea how you're balancing, two very intense commitments.
Yeah, it's not easy. Dropping down to championships give me a whole different level of respect for these lads, like the likes of Eben Skur, who's roofing all day and coming to training on the night. It's a massive commitment. And for me, I've probably never worked a full day's work in my life, so to be sat at a desk doing some work's a bit of a shock to the system, and it's not easy. It's not easy to come training on a night after a long day's work. It is a commitment. It's a strain on your family as well. As I was coming out the door today, my little son was sat at the step with his head in his hands because he didn't want me to leave, and that's the reality of it. But it's a sport we love, and we've got to give the sacrifices to get where we want to get.
And just finally, James, you've had a significant career in the sport of rugby league already. What legacy do you hope to leave at the Bradford Bulls on what is your second stint at the club?
It's a tough question. That I just want to be probably remembered as what I left last time, just hard work and dedicated, and put my heart into everything and give my all, and that's what I like to do.